Hey guys, apologies for not having a vlog up yesterday. I was pretty busy and, no, pretty lazy. 7:35, March 4th, 2010, take two, because my first take got fucked up because I think I accidentally hit a key on my keyboard and it reset. Um, I went. The reason why this one's getting up so late is because I went to go take a test for my intermediate license or whatever, and I failed it again. Typical. Because I didn't still quite understand the concept of yielding. But now that I know that, I probably only fail it a couple more times. Anyway, right here I got some bumpy jelly bean nerds. Oh, I can't hold it up very well because the way it tore, it'll all spill out. Yeah, I like Easter candy. I might not believe in Christ. I might not believe in Easter, but damn it, Easter has the best candy of all year long. And I also got here Amp Lightning. Yeah, I probably just lost fans for saying that comment, but who cares? Fuck it. Um, Amp Lightning. I bought it because it's lightning. I usually buy the blue one because it's blue, and I drink anything the color blue, even though the actual drink itself is like purple, which makes no sense to me. Why is it in a blue can? I guess the people over at Mountain Dew were just thinking, well, we need to have a blue color because you know how to finish the motif like having a red, blue, yellow. I mean, not like a red, blue, green, yellow. But they had a purple drink instead. And it's like, it's close enough to blue. We can market it in a blue can. Nobody will ever know the difference, except for me, Mountain Dew Corporation. I'm on to you. Anyway, like I'm not a big fan of the color yellow. Really, I'm not. It's just half the time whenever there's like a lightning, like fire, ice, lightning motif going on there, or motif, however you pronounce it. Lightning's always yellow because blue's got to be for ice or water. Water, I'm cool with. I fucking hate ice. Um, like if it wasn't so cold, it wouldn't be so bad. Maybe I'm just more. I don't like hate ice. Maybe I just hate cold. Anyway, so and what else? I also did another thing while I was out there. Is there was a Nintendo DS event for Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum version. And this is Pearl version right here. Yeah, I got the pink one. Yeah, on the cases right here, like pink Mecha Godzilla or Palkia. Supposed to be the master of space to combat with Dialga because he's the master of time or some shit. Ooh. Yeah, but I did an event there which puts like usually these events put legendary Pokemon in your games that you just in the games you can't find them. They're not there. You search all around, you'll never find them. You have to either get in-game items from events, which you can't hack these in like my Action Replay DS. It's somewhere around here. Fuck it, you've seen it before. Um, you can hack these items in, but they never work quite right because you have to have several different codes and like you have to have a code to hack the item into your inventory. Then you have to have a code that enables it because unlike all the other items, these special key items have a code to enable them so that you can use them. Because Nintendo just as a failsafe, just make it to where you have to you just have to have more than one code. Like if you just put it in once, you can't use it. But people got around that pretty quickly. So either you have to get an item directly from them and download it, then do an event, and then you have to catch them. Which because these are legendaries, their catch rates are pretty damn low. I mean, you're gonna sit there forever, and you could potentially fuck up and not catch them, which means you had to go to an event. You had to go do this entire event just for a chance, and then you fucked up. Like, wouldn't you be pissed? But at least Nintendo hasn't stopped people from save scumming. Like you can just save right outside because they're always fixed encounters. You see the giant legendary Pokemon sitting there. You save, go in there. If you fuck up, do it again until you get it. Like anybody who saves afterward and didn't get is a complete retard. Anyway, so like back in the day, or the other way is they can just download it straight in there and they just give it to you. Although the only problem is it's not actually yours. Like when you, I'm kind of getting nerdy and technical, but when you catch a Pokemon, it's registered under your character's name and their ID. So to make sure, even if two people have the same names or the same IDs, because you can't choose your ID, yeah, it'll make sure that that Pokemon is unique. And if you have a Pokemon that somebody else caught, it gains boosted experience. So that's like, there's an incentive to trade is by trading your own Pokemon to other games and then leveling them up there because they get more experience. If I remember, it's like 1.5 times as much. But yeah, so the only problem with that is that because it does that, they can't be like ever officially yours. They're always like the trainer, like the names on these ones are like GameStop or Toys R Us or wherever you got it from usually. But yeah, like back in the day, on Blue version, they didn't have like wireless distribution like they have now, because like the original Game Boy, this is Game Boy Color. It's not the original, but they didn't have like wireless, so it wasn't feasible to have all these stations hooked up all around. It would just be too expensive. So like with these, you'd have to actually go to an event like in like parts of the world, like mostly California, and they would drop that Pokemon in your lap. And they were really bad about it. Like in New York, like they have the Nintendo store. It used to be at the Pokemon Center because they sold like a ton of Pokemon shit, and they still do this. Like they have, well, I don't think they do it anymore, but especially during like the last generation of games on the GBA, they would have these kiosks where you could download all these fucking Pokemon. Like even if they weren't legendary, they would just be ones with moves that they can't normally learn, just like cheap move sets and things like that you can't get on it. And it would piss you off because you can't get these legitly. You'd have to hack a Pokemon like that. But here they go. If you live in New York, you can go here and get them for free. It's like free hacked Pokemon that aren't technically hacked. It's like, fuck you guys. So anyway, with the whole wireless with the Nintendo DS, like, it's now feasible. Like, if they want to have a station like that, they just have to set up one of their one of their store units, and they have to just set it up with like a download code, and they'll just send it out, and you download it, and be on your merry way. It takes about 10 seconds actually. Like, I got it right here. It's like, well, you have to go here, the mystery gift, and then you have to receive it, but I'm not gonna receive one because there isn't one here. And then you get these wonder cards, which like remind you what you did. Like, you can barely see that you've already received this gift before. It's, yeah, March 4th, 2010. Info. Trade Jirachi, the Pokemon Heart Gold version or Pokemon Soul Silver version for a special Pokewalker surprise. Be sure to save the game once you pick up Jirachi at the Pokemon. Yeah, that's the reason why I wanted it. Like, Jirachi is like a rare Pokemon. Fuck, I didn't mean to turn it off. It's like a rare Pokemon. It's a legendary and you can't catch it. I already had one back from the last generation of games on Game Boy Advance because I pre-ordered, what was it, Pokemon Coliseum, and it had a bonus disc where you could transport Jirachi onto it. So I already had 2 Jirachis. I'm like, well, I didn't really want it. Like, well, I didn't really need one. I mean, I already had one. I already had 2 for that matter. But that whole reason right there is because with the new games coming out, the remakes of Gold and Silver, being Heart Gold and Soul Silver, sorry, that one was really sour. They're now having event Pokemon which directly affect shit in the game. Like, not just having them to have them, like, they actually unlock shit in the new games that you cannot get otherwise. Like, there have been 3 of them so far. There's been Arceus, which is the only Arceus they've given out in America so far. They haven't even given out the event to go get one yourself. They've only given it out. And that one opens up an event that lets you to get these other... It lets you choose from 3 legendary Pokemon from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, but they start off at level 1, so it's like, that's the only way you can get one at level 1. Like, half the time they're like level 70 or some shit when you get them. And then there was another one, which was the Pikachu-colored Pichu, which you need to get the notch-eared Pichu, which I think unlocks some other shit. And then Jirachi, which opens up an area in the Pokewalker, which is like a little pedometer attachment that you can put Pokemon into and they level up as you walk around. Like, what I'll do is I'll just put my strong ones in there and then just dump it in my backpack, and then when I'm at school, I'll level up. Like, I'm running out of time here, but yeah, it's like, oh fuck, you can barely see that. Yeah, probably want to pause it right there. Pokemon event. Apparently had a fateful encounter at level 5. Somewhat stubborn, like sour food, or sweet food. And then there's its moves, Wish, Confusion, Rest, and Draco Meteor. Which, I think I can legally get all those. It's just, you wouldn't have those moves from such a low level, like 5. But that's, I guess that's fair because that's the ones that I had, the 2 that I had, they were level 5 too. But, yeah, anyway.